Now, live at 5.
Coming up tonight, major financial investments into Minnesota's education system.
Plus, we're learning smoke inhalation was the cause of death for 3 people who died in a house fire in Ashland. And in Texas
Democrats will use everything in our power to fight back.
I think it's pretty obvious that this is nothing more than a political stunt.
The battle over new voting rights legislation heats up. And later,
tonight at 5, a pair of Minnesota Wild veterans are departing the state of hockey.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over the city of Duluth tonight, where earlier today, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was in town sharing his plans to invest in Northland schools. He spoke with students and school district leaders about how they plan to put more than $1 billion to use. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. CBS3's Emma Quinn was at today's meeting at Denfeld High School. Emma, what did the governor have to say this morning?
Kristen, the state legislature recently passed a $1.2 billion budget for Minnesota's school system. According to Walz, this is the highest budget the education department has seen in 15 years. The funding is part of the state's budget focused on recovering from the pandemic. It will help support summer programming, mental health resources for students, and offer funding for after-school programs during the academic year. Walz says the funding is meant for the upcoming school year, but also the following school year to ensure students' needs continue to be met. During the governor's visit, Walz watched several summer programs take place at Denfeld and said it was exciting to see.
To not only just catch up on credits maybe to be there, but to be back with their peers, to be back learning, to be back adding to what they know they need to get done.
This funding will also go towards gaining and retaining more diverse teachers. The funding will be distributed to districts through a formula and through grant opportunities. And the Duluth Public Schools are also benefiting from this new funding. Tonight at 6, we'll hear from district leaders about how they'll use the funding and how it'll help their students.
All right, thank you, Emma. Well, plans to demolish an old school building on the Iron Range are moving forward. Last night, the Rock Ridge School Board said no to a buyer who wanted to purchase the old Evelyn Junior High School and Manual Arts building. The superintendent says a developer who wanted to turn it into apartments made the district a $50,000 offer, but he said the board turned it down because the buyer didn't have proof of funding and the offer came in last minute on Thursday without some information the board wanted. The school district has not used the building in 35 years. A daycare operated there until 2014. Demolition on the old junior high could start as soon as next week, with the Manual Arts building torn down shortly after. Half of the businesses affected in an Iron Range fire are up and running again, while the others still search for answers. The fire happened Friday on Chestnut Street in downtown Virginia. Strellman's Jewelry, Rock's Jewelers, and Pep's Bakery all have substantial fire, smoke, and water-related damage. Virginia Fire Chief Alan Lewis says Strellman's roof collapsed in the fire. No property damage estimate has been made at this time, and the cause of the fire has not yet been determined. We're learning new details about what started a house fire in Ashland and how 3 people died inside. In the morning on July 5th, 36-year-old Jordan Chowning, 14-year-old Alyssa Chowning, and 17-year-old Michelle Hathaway all died in the fire. Today, officials said initial autopsy results showed they all died from smoke inhalation. The Ashland Fire Department also said today early reports show the fire likely started accidentally by a young child in the home. They're still waiting to determine an official cause, and authorities did not share more about how exactly the child started the fire. 3 other people made it out of the home safely. Funerals are set for later this week. Douglas County officials have identified the man who died during what authorities called a work-related accident. 47-year-old Robert Brown died Sunday morning at the county's Government Services Building in Superior. He was a maintenance worker. According to the fire department's reports, Brown was found in a metal grate ceiling about 30 feet off the ground. Fire officials say he was most likely electrocuted. The county wouldn't say yet what job duties Brown was performing at the time. The Douglas County Sheriff's Department and the Wisconsin Department of Safety and Professional Services are both investigating. The Minnesota judge who sentenced Derek Chauvin to prison is denying the latest request from prosecutors. Attorney General Keith Ellison asked Judge Peter Cahill to remove suggestions the 4 young witnesses who saw George Floyd's death were not traumatized. Cahill said in an order today the 4 girls may have been emotionally traumatized, but the state didn't prove it. Ellison's office said it's reviewing the judge's order. Cahill sentenced Chauvin last month to 22.5 years in prison. Last night, 50 Texas lawmakers fled from Austin to Washington, D.C. to stop the vote on restrictive voting laws. It's the second time this year the lawmakers have walked out to stop the Republican-led state legislature from passing new voting measures that include adding ID requirements for mail-in ballots and giving more powers to partisan poll watchers. Texas GOP Senator John Cornyn blasted the move, and Governor Greg Abbott has threatened to have the group arrested and brought back to the state house when they return. There are dozens of wildfires burning out west, raising concerns beyond evacuations and into energy supply. CBS News correspondent Lilia Luciano reports from California.
The river fire is one of nearly 60 burning in 7 western states. It's threatening a major highway that leads into Yosemite National Park in California.
This fire is picking up very fast. The wind is changing direction. As you can see, the crews are trying to stop the flames from jumping over.
It has doubled in size since Sunday as firefighters work in challenging conditions, including triple-digit temperatures on Monday.
We're dealing with the 3rd back-to-back heat wave. What has that been like?
Deadly. It's freaking hot, especially when you're working outside.
The heat is easing, but there's a possibility of flash flooding and mudslides in several states where areas have burned. The largest wildfire is in Oregon, the Bootleg Fire, which had threatened California's power grid. And then there's the Beckworth Complex fire north of Lake Tahoe, which forced firefighters to run for cover. It's California's largest fire so far this year. 2020 was the state's worst ever fire season, but this year could be even more devastating. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Ahwahnee, California.
The fires have forced thousands to evacuate, and millions are under excessive heat warnings and advisories. Well, here at home, the biggest fire burning in the BWCA grew slightly as crews struggled to reach it. The Delta Lake fire spread 3 acres and is now burning at 65 acres. According to the Forest Service, it's in an area with dense blowdown damage, which is why firefighters have been having a hard time getting access. They worked on building a containment line today. They're also using air support to keep the fire in check, but as of now, it is 0% contained. The 3 other fires burning in the BWCA, the Hassel, Pickett's Lake, and Astry fires, are all now listed as contained. Crews are continuing to monitor all of them. Well, Dave is here for a quick check of the weather. Dave, I did wake up to a little bit of rain up on the range this morning, so that was exciting.
Yeah, I did hear that as well. Some folks in the Chisholm area reported a few sprinkles this morning because, you know, we do have true lows working through the area. There is a rain chance tonight through Thursday morning. Hasn't paid off big yet, but at least we have something to hope for. Let's take a live look at what's going up around Grand Portage here, and a bit of that haze from Canadian wildland fires is in the sky, aided and abetted at least a little bit by the Boundary Waters fires, which luckily aren't really that big. Don't see any storms happening up that neck of the woods right now because the first of the lows is now taking its front into Wisconsin. So the better chance for thunder overnight tonight is in Wisconsin, though we still have a residual wraparound effect that could pop up in Minnesota. That other low coming up from the southwest will keep a rain chance going through tomorrow and into early Thursday morning. I'll talk about how much rain could fall coming up in a few more minutes, but a look at the short-term forecast says it's really only a 30% chance for the precip tonight, and it bumps up to maybe a 40% chance tomorrow. Thicker cloud cover will keep temps down tomorrow around 75, but once we get into the weekend, it'll clear up and warm up, and I'll talk about how high it'll go with my 7-day forecast again in a few more minutes.
Sounds great. Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, it's National Forest Week, how you can celebrate and enter to win some prizes. We'll tell you as we go around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3. news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
What lies inside all of us is more than data. It's life. What's flowing through America's veins is its diversity. And it's those very differences that will lead to answers for generations to come.
We have a structure fire with injuries on Highway 13.
Did you know your friends and neighbors volunteer to provide emergency services? They are serving many communities and need your help. Challenge yourself. Be part of the team. Be somebody.
If all of this makes you happy, then you'll be happy to know that all of this is only $1 each at Arby's from 2 to 5 every day. Hope you like happiness. Arby's, we have the meat.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3.
This show is about connection. Not even 2020 and socially distancing ourselves are going to get in the way of that.
The Kelly Clarkson Show on CBS3.
Your family traditions, culture, and stories are your legacy. So is your health history. Join the All of Us research program and share your health information. Through research, your legacy can help build a healthier future for all of us.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Virginia, Minnesota tonight as the state is highlighting a new campaign for safety. It's called Let's Move Safely Together. The program has safety tips for both people walking and driving. They encourage drivers and pedestrians alike to look out for each other and always be alert. Dave will join us in just a few minutes for this week's first full forecast. But first, let's take a look around the region. A detour to a trail in Wisconsin and a community festival in Moose Lake this weekend. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start tonight across the Northland with a free photo contest opportunity. This week is National Forest Week, and one of the many ways the Forest Service is celebrating is by hosting the week-long photo contest. It's split into 3 categories: landscape, recreation, and youth photographers. Entrants may submit as many photos as they would like between now and July 18th at midnight. Prizes include a Yeti cooler, America the Beautiful passes, and more. We'll have a link on our website with more information. Next, we head to Washburn, Wisconsin, where a local trail is being detoured this summer. The 2-mile reroute within the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest will move riders from the Iron River Trail to Forest Road 429. The move is due to logging operations, and the Forest Service warns the road will be used by logging trucks and recreation drivers alike. Signs have been posted in the affected areas. The logging operations aims to help regenerate aspen tree growth in the region. And we wrap up in Moose Lake tonight, where they are gearing up for Agate Days this weekend. The festival will run Saturday and Sunday, featuring the Mineral and Gem Show, Art in the Park, and the annual Steak Fry. New this year will be the citywide Finders Keepers Treasure Hunt. The annual Agate Stampede is canceled this year due to crowding concerns. Admission is free, and Arrowhead Transit will be offering free shuttles on Saturday between the different events. We'll have a link with more information on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. And still to come on Live at 5, CBS3 Sports Director Kelly Hinseth joins us to break down the state of hockey's shock at the decision to move on without 2 big names.
Today is the anniversary of one of our region's highest ever recorded temperatures, 106 here in Duluth. On this date 1936. Today we made 87, which is almost 10 degrees warmer than normal. But tomorrow I think we may have a chance of coming up cooler than normal, at least briefly. There's another warm spell coming for the weekend, and of course in between, there's a chance through Thursday for some rain. Will we get much? I'll show you the latest chart after the break.
Station KBJR Television, Inc., an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should contact Caleb at KBJR Television, Inc. by calling 218-720-9600. If you are interested in launching your career in any of Quincy Media's 16 television markets, apply for our paid Quinternship program by visiting QuincyMediaCareers.com/Quinternships.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Linen. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
Every day during your birthday month, you can receive up to $30 in club cash.
Vacancies may soon be filled at the old jailhouse, but not for the reason you think. We tell you more coming up.
A pair of Minnesota Wild veterans are leaving the state of hockey.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Lulich Implement.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, those Canadian wildland fires are continuing to push their smoke across the border into our region, so the Weather Service has issued an air quality alert for northern Minnesota for pretty much all week through the weekend, too, maybe finally expiring on Monday. As usual, the cure would be rain, and we have a chance for some rain tonight and through Thursday morning. But if it adds up to anything at all, we're going to be doing pretty well. There is one zone, a stripe, that may get some decent totals, and I'll show you that stripe in just a little bit. In the meantime, of course, best wishes to those with breathing problems, and hopefully this doesn't affect you too badly. We've got that haze up above Duluth right now, and down below, a surface temperature of 85 degrees at the airport. 38% for the relative humidity. Northwest wind at 10 miles per hour is a sign that the cold front stirring up the atmosphere has already passed the Twin Ports, but the wraparound could keep a rain chance going tonight for all zones. Current air pressure, 29.93 inches of mercury, is a little bit on the lower side, and we do have 2 lows working through to bring us at least an iffy rain chance through early Thursday. Current temps, low 80s in the upper peninsula, northern Wisconsin. There's a cool down in Solon Springs right now from clouds associated with thunderstorms, so 72 there, but 83 in Superior and LaPointe, the rest of the region in between as always. And for Minnesota, 70s by the lake, 80s farther inland. Lows tonight probably will be in the 50s to about 60. Now, eyeing up the Doppler map here, we can see the first low is centered up to our north, and it's running a cold front through our area, and that's what stirred up some showers and storms from Minnesota earlier and is now keeping a little line going through northwestern Wisconsin and Michigan as well. There have been a couple of brief severe thunderstorm warnings for places like Douglas County. Those have passed and may not redevelop as the night goes on. So these 2 low pressure systems are not that potent, but they're bringing us at least a chance for some much needed rain, because as early as Thursday afternoon, another big cell of high pressure brings dry conditions for an extended period. How much rain could we get if this all pays off through Thursday afternoon? Not much at all for Minnesotans, and much of northern Wisconsin may not get that much, though a quarter inch or so could go to Ashland. Millen may get a half inch, and Hayward's in that mix as well. Waters may be in the stripe that gets the most rain with close to 2 inches. So it looks like a Neapolitan scoop of ice cream there. Well, at least we'll get something for some parts of our region, but we need more. Tonight, 30% chance for the precip in Minnesota with lows in the 50s in general. And it's a 30% shot in Wisconsin and Michigan. If your town hasn't already seen it, you could get it. Lows in the 50s. Tomorrow, thanks to thicker cloud cover from the second low coming up from the southwest, it'll be a little bit cooler than today, with Wisconsin, Michigan highs running 76 to 81. 50-50 chance for another round of showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. And for Minnesotans, it's a 40% chance with 70s by the lake and about 80 inland. Eyeing up this extended forecast here, a little bit of cooler weather could be with us for Wednesday, Thursday with these rain chances thanks to the cloud cover. But then when it gets sunny and dry again from Friday through next Tuesday, it gets clear, it gets warm, 85 to even 90 degrees, at least through Tuesday.
Thanks, Dave. A monumental move from the state of hockey today in regards to two fan favorites. CBS3 sports director Kelly Hinseth is here now with more. Kelly, quite the news today.
Quite the shocking news, but since the day he arrived here in the state of Minnesota, General Manager Bill Guerin has made one thing clear. His goal is to bring a Stanley Cup to the state of Minnesota. Today's decision to part ways with two longtime members of the locker room only points to that goal. The Wild announced earlier today that the team is buying out the remaining contracts of defenseman Ryan Suter and forward Zach Parise. The Wild will pay each $6.7 million over the next 8 years. Each signed a 13-year, $98 million contract with a $7.54 million average annual value. That was back on July 4th of 2012. They are free agents starting on July 28th. It was certainly a situation of fan favorites leaving the state of hockey, but Guerin assured this is the best decision for the club moving forward if they are to contend.
You know, lots of meetings, lots of things went into this decision, but it's a big decision that I feel we needed to make in order to keep moving forward. We wish Zach and Ryan nothing but the best in their future. We know that they're going to find teams to play for and have big impacts wherever they land.
So what this deal really does is clears up cap space for the Wild over the next few years, making way for contracts for present and future stars such as Kirill Kaprizov. The Wild will have to pay out the remainder of the 4 years remaining on Parise and Suter's contract, and we're going to have a lot more on this story coming up on CBS 3 News at 6.
I have a feeling this story is not going away anytime soon.
Not at all.
Thanks, Kelly. Still to come, Canine Chase is certainly Hibbing's top dog, but tonight we'll find out if he is America's top dog, too. Details on his national TV debut right after the break.
For 6 days only, Home Furniture has put everything on sale, and you can finance for 6 years with no money down and no minimum purchase. 6 days of savings, 6 years special financing. The 646 sale, only at Home Furniture.
You need fast, reliable internet, but it's not a one-size-fits-all world. At Mediacom, we have a pricing plan for everyone. You can get our starting internet service for $19.99 a month for a year, and with that comes a great deal of speed. We're talking 60 meg, because unlike other providers, we want you to have fast internet from the start. Extreme speeds go up to 1 gig with lots of options to choose from. So let's talk. Call us today at 844-EXTREME2.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh Containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a dependable Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series tractor. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo.
No one serves you better than Lulich Implement.
Coming up Wednesday on CBS3 this morning, Governor Walz visits Duluth. The details on his message.
And some have a chance for some severe weather south of the Twin Ports. Otherwise, warm temperatures on the way.
So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Test rest, then buy a Famous Purple mattress now at Home Sleep Express. Plus, get no money down, 6-year financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-day guarantee. It's so sciencey. The Famous Purple mattress now at Home Sleep Express. Gail King, Anthony Mason, and Tony DeCopel. Weekday mornings on CBS.
Wildlife experts are pleading with Minnesotans to not dump unwanted pet fish into local waterways. Officials say they're finding more giant goldfish in local ponds and lakes. They say it's illegal in Minnesota. Goldfish compete with native species for food and increase algae in lakes. In Burnsville, a Twin Cities suburb, officials found 10 fish in Keller Lake earlier this month. Yesterday, they found 18 more goldfish there. They say if you are looking to get rid of a pet fish, bring it to a local pet shop instead of dropping it in a waterway. For the third year in a row, the Wisconsin DNR has canceled the sharp-tailed grouse season. The DNR says it's to protect the game bird's population. They say a survey this spring indicated hunting could cause a concerning decrease in grouse numbers. Sharp-tailed grouse population have been dwindling across the country. Similar trends have been at play for the grouse in Michigan and eastern Minnesota. Tonight is the night a Hibbing police canine and his handler make their national television debut. The second season of America's Top Dog continues tonight. The episode will feature 4-year-old canine Chase and his handler, Officer Joey Burns. The two will try to conquer the obstacle course, hoping to move on and compete for a $10,000 prize. Tonight's episode begins at 7 p.m. on the A&E network. And if you live near Hibbing, you can swing by tonight's viewing party at the city's Memorial Arena. Doors open at 6 o'clock. You can bring the family down to the free event and see Canine Chase in person. Once again, the show starts at 7 tonight.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the dangerous weather. Millions of Americans under threat of triple-digit temperatures as wildfires out west set records. Plus, just when Americans need a vacation most, why hotel prices and airfares are skyrocketing. What you should know before you try and book your getaway. And the Emmy goes to, wait till you hear who was nominated for this year's historic Emmy Awards. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
Ask J3 Insurance in Duluth if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, I'm Steve Little with Bath Linen. We are starting summer out with a great special on all our bathroom products. Right now, you can get 20% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Get your project off your to-do list now and not pay for it until later. Go to bathplanet.com or call us today to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
As an Appleton pediatrician, I'm not just treating patients, I'm taking care of my neighbors. Through bad colds and broken bones, I'm always on their side when things get tough. So when you ask me, as a Wisconsin pediatrician, do I trust the COVID-19 vaccine? My answer is yes. The COVID-19 vaccines safely protect kids ages 12 and up, and getting it is important. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
When you live on the Iron Range near a mine, you feel the blast happen. The ground shakes. I remember in school, our school would shake on Thursdays at 11 a.m. So we would feel it, but we never got to see it. I want to go to the communities and find stories that haven't been told yet.
High on Mining with Kristen Baki, Tuesdays at 10.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and we'll see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we were at Denfeld High School today as Governor Tim Walz and other top state leaders visited to discuss plans for the over $1 billion of state education funding. Tonight at 6, we hear from Duluth leaders on how this will directly help the school district. And here's a live look now outside the Lafayette Park Community Center on Park Point, where a controversial event criticizing Minnesota schools is set to start at 5:30. Tonight at 6, we'll be live at the event as a group is gathering to protest their message. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.